लेते जा भैया हाँ ओके
Live? Okay. Good morning, all. So, this is our week 2 of Samatha Vipassana retreat, and this retreat is going to be with Dr. Rajesh Savera. So, like last time, also, we have 4 sessions. Session 1 is Introduction to Sunya, and then we'll be having practice. Then we have session 2, Gateway to Self Awareness, and then practice. And then again, session 3, which is Essence of Diamond Sutra and practice. And last session, we have a special live talk by Dr. Rajesh Savera again. Okay, so I would like to introduce you all to our team. So I'm Bhumi, I'm the event coordinator. He's Dr. Rajesh Savera, an Ayurveda physician, a psychotherapist as well, and whatnot. Then she's Amukta, our psychologist, and we have Ajay behind the camera, and as well Dr. Harman, who's not here, but he will be here to take the pre-Sunya exercises. So now I would like to hand over to Dr. Rajesh Savera.
and you missed the girl also the one with the W
Oh yeah, Rucha ma'am is not here. She's doing a live session in another office. She'll be coming soon. Yes.
yeah, okay so
11ish.
and
Dhruv is also behind my camera. Yeah. I forgot him also. Dhruv is our meditation guide, and he'll be taking us through the meditation today.
okay so this is a good dry run that we are doing to set up the tone of a disciplined weekend practices of Samatha Vipasyana. We want to do this on a regular basis. Actually, it's a selfish step by me because the 5 days of a busy life, I am not able to get those time where I can practice. Like I used to have the privilege of practicing when I used to not be so busy, but busy life takes away all those moments of joy and that kind of a rest that the mind and the body needs. Unfortunately, that is not happening in my busy life. So I thought about these Saturday, Sundays are the best time, at least the first half of the day, while rather than being in bed, it's better that we go out and start with the belt which is red. Okay, so I thought that's what we wanted to do, and I basically wanted to practice. And we have one of our guests today, a new guest, Mr. Natarajan, right? Dangarajan. Nangarajan or Dangarajan? Yeah, okay. Dangarajan is a management expert, and he has come all the way to see what we are here to offer. And along with that, we have the staff from the Action Clinics also. We have a special guest, Dr. Harman's mom, also here. So it's good to see them, and so welcome all of you all. Thank you so much to participate in this dry run as we set up the tone of these regular retreats that we want to do every week. Every Saturday and Sunday, we want to do it at 8:30 a.m. We will do the registration. By 1 p.m. we will be ending the session. Everybody is free to stay as much as you want. Whenever you feel like that you don't want to stay and you want to take a break, the door is open. You can leave out also. Okay, that flexibility we have. We are not a strict school. We are a disciplined school. Okay, that's the difference between other school centers. So we are not a cult, but we definitely bring back our culture. Okay, so that's the key element we are here for. And understanding what is this all about is very important because this is the heritage of our country. This has been the reason that India was once upon a time called as Sone ki Chidiya, right? Means the bird with gold, golden wings, golden body, everything gold. Means we were so prosperous as a nation. Why? Prosperity only knocks the door of a mind that is at peace. Okay, we hope that everything is peace. See, two people doing business, they will only flourish if they are peaceful. If one is a cheater, one is not peaceful, the other is peaceful, one is going to exploit the other, and the other person is also not going to be peaceful. So it's very important that the foundation for everything that is good always is peace, and we need to know the art of cultivating that peace. Ancient texts, the Vedas, have been talking about it. They said, they went to an extent that they also said that the universe, the whole existence, you be at peace. Even the earth, you be at peace. Even the sun, the moon, the stars, you be at peace. Even the plants that grow here, you be at peace. The herbs you grow here, be at peace. Even peace, you be at peace. You know, so this is a very great invocation of the mantras that are in the a series of mantras that are also called as Shanti mantras. So at the end, it's Shanti that we are looking at. And if you have seen the way I pronounce Kshanti is with a K, and that is endurance. Okay, Kshanti only comes for a person who can endure. Who does not endure will be allured by all the distractions of the sensory world. And when that happens, the mind wanders. And when it wanders, it is always lost, because a wanderer, okay, does not know where to go. The seeker knows where to go because he knows exactly the destination. But a wanderer keeps on wandering round and round in the cycle of life. And this is what we call the samsara. The samsara is born from sanskara. That means conditioning. And what is Shunya all about? Shunya is basically the art through which we can tap into the potential that drives our performance. And that potential is our state of mind. And it's very important that we see how our mind works. Many a time we sit in a car, we know where to go, but we never have been introduced to the driver that takes us. When the conditions are right, the driver is always good. Okay? But when the conditions are not right in the sense for you, but favorable for the driver, it could be very life-threatening also. Right? There are many instances that have happened of drivers who have taken advantage of people who were actually they are passengers, and when the situations were right, they were robbed, they were troubled and tortured also. So we don't want our mind to drive us when the conditions are favorable for it to rob us and torture us. And if you look at life, we have been doing so. It has always been the mind that has been doing this with us. And if we can understand what a mind is and how we can see the mind, you have to know the driver. Do not board a cab if it's not safe. Do not use the mind if it is not stable. It's very, very important. So stability should be your ability. Okay, and that means that my focus and attention is born from a stable mind. Where does the mind get its stability from? It gets its stability from a process called dhyana. And this dhyana is what Shunya is all about. And if you see, we are calling this retreat as Samta Vipasyana. Now, these two terms define what Shunya is. Shunya means Samata plus Vipasyana. From Samata, Vipasyana is born. From Vipasyana, Samata is born. So, one supports the other supports the one. So, these mutual supporting system are two sides of the coin. So, now we have to see these two sides of our life also. See, we are always confused because we see life from one side, one person. You go into a conflict, you see your side, you never see the other person's side, and that is why you have conflict. But if you could see both sides, I don't think so there will be any conflict, right? So it's very important for you to understand that when you want to have balance in life, you need to have the view to see both sides. And how do you have the view to see both sides? You need clarity. Clarity again is only possible when the mind is still. Can the mind be still? Basically, something that is moving because its basic nature is still. It's moving because it is conditioned to move. Because movement is so uncertain. Sometimes that is moving slow, sometimes fast. So something that is changeable is not the real nature of that thing. Okay, because fast, slow, like a car. Car, it sometimes goes slow, fast. It depends, right, on the way the driver is. But what is the basic nature of the car? Car's basic nature is when it is parked, you can see standing still. You only board a car that is still. You only get out of a car that is still. You never do that when it is moving. But many a times, we speak when the mind is already running. We do a lot of things. We do onboarding when a mind is always running. You build relationships when the mind is already in full speed of running. And how does it run? It runs because of your senses. It runs because of the feelings. It runs because of your concepts that you carry. It runs because you have some beliefs, ideas. It runs because you're conditioned to run like that. It runs because that's what you feel and you believe that this is how it should run. So sometimes these running things in which we onboard and deboard are very fatalistic. That is why many people, they don't realize the decisions that they have taken in life were basically driven by these running motions of the mind, driven by senses, situations, circumstances, conditions. And then one day when life settles, is always about to settle, we feel the pain. We realize, oof, if I had that little chance, I would have taken that decision a little later, it would have been better, But then we say, no, it's okay, because those were the conditions, those were the times I had no choice. And when I have all the choices, now I should not repent. So we again compromise ourselves. But I am saying that what happened is happened. Bygones are bygones. What now? Can now I learn the art of stilling the mind? Can now I know how to park my car? Can I know that this mind of mine, which keeps on running here and there, can be disengaged from the senses, so that for the first time I can witness that it surely can be settled, like a wild horse, It can be tamed and it can be domesticated. A wild animal can be tamed and can become a pet, right? Similarly, you should understand your mind should be your pet. Okay, if you become the pet of your mind, trust me, the wandering mind will take you everywhere. Like a dog, who is in the morning, if you see, with a leash, he takes the owner wherever he wants to go. I have a friend who just because of his passion for dogs, has a dog. He really loves the dog, and dog is his life and everything for him. And but every time we ask him we have to go somewhere, he's saying, I have to take my dog out for a walk. The dog is the primary thing for him. Friends, family, functions, everything secondary. Okay, the Lakshmi Puja can wait, but the dog cannot wait. Of course, it cannot wait, right? He can spoil the Lakshmi Puja, So, so he has to take the dog out. And so taking the dog out is because the dog is the master of the house. You have captured it, you think, but technically it has taken over you. You think you have bonded it in your house, you have controlled it, but basically it has bonded you. You think that you have leashed it, but actually it is the one who is pulling the leash and you're behind it. Understand this, and this is exactly what the mind is. And if you realize this state of the mind is like that, what you have to do? Let the dog be the dog, right? It should follow you, you should not follow it. And let the mind follow you, not you following the mind. And that's how we practice Shunya. And Shunya is basically for that. So when somebody asks me what is Shunya, Shunya is a combination of Samatha, that is balance, and Vipasyana, that is clarity. And how can you get balance? Only by practice. How can you get clarity? Only by practice. Means there is a glass. How can it become clean? You'll have to clean it. Something that is moving, how can it stop? You'll have to stop it, right? There is no way that it is just going to do. It will continue doing it. So very important is same with the mind. And that is why Shunya, if you see, we know the mind is triggered by the five senses. Hence, we never engage in these five senses. We withdraw the five senses. We do not take what it gives for that moment. But what does the mind do then? Mind has nothing left. So it then seeks for something. So we give the mind a job, because mind cannot remain still. So we give it a job. So rather than it going with the five senses, we give it a job which is higher than it, that intellectual job. It likes this. So we tell it to observe. Okay, because the nature of the mind is exactly opposite. It wants to be observed, okay, but not directly, through something. Okay, it doesn't like, it hides behind everything. The mind doesn't want to come in picture. So we give it a job. We say, hey, you want to watch, you want to do something, do this. Observe the breath that goes in and out, and you do the counting. It likes multitasking. So you give it two things. Technically, the mind cannot multitask, but it believes it can do two and many things. We all do things, right? We feel, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. Many a time we feel that we can do multitasking, but trust me, multitasking is not possible for a mind. Only one task at a time is possible. That is why we say do dhyana, only one thing at a time. Okay, how fast you switch between that one thing and another thing is a skill. But technically, you are getting the mind to do two things at the same time. Trust me, it will not enjoy. It's going to get bored. And when it gets bored, what does it do, you know? What do you do when you get bored? We just give up, right? Give up all the struggle. We become lazy. We just want to relax. That state can be achieved even for the mind. I have to bring it to the stage where it does not doze off, but it gets bored, but yet it remains in 100% attention, because it's like a game, like a child. You give it a game to play which never has a solution. You imagine, even if the child is drowsy, he's still awake. He's not running here and there because he's trying to solve a puzzle. And that puzzle here, we call it the 9 to 0, the 29 to 0, and the 99 to 0 is observing the breath and counting. And this two has to be done together. This thing, simple, is like churning. This churning sets open one of the most important qualities of your mind, that is the sattva, the goodness. And that goodness is stability. Once it becomes stable, you will be able to experience that stability of the mind, because you will realize the thing that you're counting is no more there. Okay? But on the other side, once it becomes stable, it also becomes clear. Have you seen a water in a glass? When it is shaken, it is not clear, right? But once it settles, it is clear. That is the nature of the mind. A clear mind has a most beautiful quality that we say is it is reflective. And reflective is something that we need to understand, because many a time we have memories of the past which bring us a lot of worries, lot of fear and anxiety, but we never have reflections. That is why we tell people to have reflections. Reflections take you towards that same reality that you experienced at that time. Okay, not memories. Memories are some information that keeps in a loop. Reflection is not a loop. Reflection is when I see because it reflects. When I have gone, it is not there. If you cultivate a mind that is reflective, that can go into the past, reflect on something, go into the future, reflect on something, but does not stay there, comes back to the present moment. That is the key. And how do you do that? Is this practice. So this quality of the reflecting mind can be cultivated through this practice. So Shunya practice is basically on that. So how do I do that? There is a technique. We have 7 belts, if you look at it. And the history states that who found this way, in this way to meditate, is the Buddha. Okay, long time back in India, while the culture was still to find answers to why do we exist, why this exists, why there is life, why there is death, why there is suffering, one man took a step to say that let me find the easy way out, which can be used for everyone. You don't need to, go through that kind of a trouble and torturing yourself. Let me find the easiest way out, and he gave us the path. He promised you that if you walk on that path, you will reach where he reached. He gave us the map. He gave us the code. He did not promise that I will take you there. He says it is going to be your journey. That is why I say you be your own light. Nobody is going to light you, right? So you have to understand this is going to be your journey. We are not having any statues. We don't use any mantras. We have nothing. Why? Because you need nothing. Because if you need something, you're still handicapped, right? But if you need nothing, you have started to become independent, and that independence is the first sign of your liberation. Not after this life, in this very life. Okay, moksha is not after this life. Moksha is in this life. Because if this life is bonded, then finish, right? But if this life is liberated, the next is assured. Okay, so please understand that this is the practice that is a heritage of India, Indian culture, and it is the basis of your intelligence. So where does this practice now, why is it not being practiced in India? Is because somehow we have lost it. We do not have teachers who could teach that. Maybe there is no fun element in that, just sitting and observing. It's like you don't on a TV, but you watch a TV. There's no fun in, you need something on the TV, then only you can watch it, right? There's no fun in watching something that doesn't happen. We want something to happen, then only we watch it. And that is why we watch life when that is happening. And so if nothing is happening, we feel scared, right? We make something to happen. Like yesterday I was giving an example. How do you know the snake is asleep or it is dead? How do you know that? Huh?
Pocket.
You poke it. So when our life is doing good, is it dead or is it just relaxed? How do we know it? We poke it. We go and somebody pokes it or we poke ourselves and then say, oh, now it is okay. So I'm getting angry. I'm getting frustrated. We keep in that motion our life continued in the happenings, never to be in a state of never happening. And we fear that state of not happening. That is why we fear death, because in death nothing is happening. But fact is what? In death, you still are there. You still continue. Right? That is when you realize that your only this 5 elemental body is gone. Your this mind which carries your feelings, your emotions, that is gone. Your intellect that gathered all the intelligence, that is gone. Your consciousness that give you that awareness, that is gone. But you still are there. You still continue. And when you continue in a state where there is no happening, that is death, you never feel afraid again, right? But that thing has to be cultivated now. Okay, so very, very important, because many a time people don't like when life pauses. They don't like it. They want something to be played, right? You cannot put a earphone with a pause button on your player. You need that play button, right? So we should understand this, that there has to be a moment where there is a pause necessary. Otherwise, it just continues. You cannot have a book printed without having the pages end at some point, right? You need to flip pages. You have to flip days. You have to flip moments. You have to flip relationships. You have to flip so many situations in life. You will have to let go of what had been to let the new thing to come in, right? So many a time when we realize this, we realize that we seek for a practice. And this practice is beneficial. And how do you see that? You can experience it here and now, not afterwards. In this very life, in this very moment, you can experience it. Because the observer is not these two eyes. The observer is that sense that observes. If you have this feeling, I can sense something, that means you still have the observer feeling in you. And it is the key. You can sense something coming, before a cough, you can sense an irritation in your throat and you know that a cough is coming, right or not? You know that I want to pee. You have a sense before that, right? If you can sense something before it happens, like if you can see the clouds in the sky and they are all black, you know what is coming? Rain is coming, the storm is coming. How fool you would be if you do not go out with your raincoat and an umbrella. It will be very foolish because it will catch you halfway through. We should understand that our purpose in life is to sense these precursors before an event happens. If you can sense it, we call it the sixth sense, and that comes from the mind. We have 6 sense organs, the 5 that we know: the eyes that can see, the nose that can smell, the ears that can hear, the tongue that can taste, and the skin that can feel. But we also have the mind that can think. And the thinking mind is also a sense organ. Because when your mind thinks, you can sense it, right or wrong? You sense the mind thinking. When ask some people, what are you doing? No, I'm thinking. Oh, what are you doing? No, I'm seeing. So thinking is also a mental process. It's a activity like other sense organs. Okay. Now, when you eat something spicy, can you feel it? Yes. When you eat something sweet, you can feel it. Same is with your thoughts. When you have good thoughts, can you feel it? When you have bad thoughts, can you feel it? Right? Okay. You can eat something or somebody can give you something. Right? So many a times you're listening to what you want to listen. Sometimes you get to listen something that you don't want to listen. But your ears still receive it. Right or wrong? At the end, what comes to you or what you want is not your choice. These sense organs are open. They are just foraging how much ever it gets. But if they clutter all that and store that, it becomes a mess. So is with your thoughts. You will get the good ones. You will get the bad ones. People will give you the good and the bad. You should be the sorter. You should know how to sort it out. If you can do that, then you're a real craftsman. You're a real skilled person who knows how to organize life. Okay, so here the idea is to introduce you that we have these 7 belts. We will be doing the red belt today. Okay, then we will be discussing further. So our retreats are basically meant to let you know what it is. Second is also to practice. So now, Bhumi, we have time
Yeah.
for practice, right?
We have 4 minutes, but
So
then we
4
can-
minutes, if anybody has a questions on this, we can take it up. Otherwise, we'll settle up into things. So any questions? No questions. Any questions this side? No. Either I'm too convincing or I'm absolutely out of track, right? Something like that. So what is it?
I think convincing.
Huh?
Convincing.
Pretty convincing? Okay. So if you're convinced, then you need to sit, right? If you're not convinced, then you can ask. Then you have the liberty to go.
Exercise.
But if you're convinced, then you definitely need to sit. And if you have to sit, we sit down for a practice. Okay, I'll teach you how to practice. Okay, let's.
We do pre-Sunya exercises.
Yeah. So Bhumi will help us with just preparing ourselves.
Yes.
Like you wash your hands before your food, you prepare your body before we go into a practice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just follow
Amukta.
Amukta. Yeah.
So we'll just do the 2 basic exercises. For
Yeah.
this, we will come off our zapus. Yeah, give space for each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Take this.
Yeah. Right? You open your feet shoulder length. Okay? And make sure they're parallel, not cross. They should be parallel to each other. Okay? Make a 11 inside. Yeah. Then we bend a little, very little. Bring both our hands to the front. And like a pendulum, you drop. Okay? We'll do this 100 times.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. You don't stop. You go 9, slowly 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, again, another exercise. Very simple. You'll have to keep your position as it is. Parallel, bend a little. Now this time you will imagine as if you're holding a cotton ball. Okay? When you breathe in, you take your hands up. And when you breathe out, you take your hands down. We'll do a count of 30 cycles. Okay? Start. Breathe in, breathe out. 1. Breathe in, breathe out. 2. Breathe in, breathe out. 3. Breathe in, breathe out. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29 and 30. Now we bring all of it. 2 and 3. For the next 2 exercises, we'll sit down. Yeah. These are very simple exercises. For the first one, bring your left leg outside. Keep the other one in. Keep your left hand on your right knee. Right? And this hand to be extended, and then with momentum we go down and try to touch our toes. Okay, we do this 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We do the same on the other leg as well. Keep your right one extended, left hand inside, right hand on your left knee, and the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. That is it. We'll do one more exercise. For this one, sit cross-legged. Keep both your palms here on your stomach and then we bend forward. We do this 10 times, okay? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Next, the practice over to Dr. Savera. Yeah. Yes, sir.
What time?
5 minutes.
So we are now at what time?
Now it's 9:36.
So we have how much more time?
We have 10
Till
minutes.
9:45, no?
9 minutes. We have 9 minutes.
9 minutes, okay.
We'll do
So you
practice
keep
for 5 minutes. You
So-
have to tell how to do.
Huh?
You'll have to tell how to do.
Yeah. So let's sit comfortably. On the zafu, you keep your only, no, you don't sit completely on it because then that's no point, because then you will be still, bending your spine. You use the zafu only as a fulcrum. So you sit only on the edge so that your spine becomes straight. Okay. So sit straight. Okay. Then you can sit in whatever position makes you comfortable, because you're going to sit for some time. And now you can keep your hands this way. You want to sit like this. You want to sit like this. You want to sit, whatever way you want to sit, you can sit. But feel comfortable, okay? Feel comfortable, okay? And then you're going to keep your eyes focused at some point, which is 45 degrees. You can close your eyes if you cannot keep it open, okay? You want to open it a little bit, you can, okay? Or you can open it a little more also, still okay, okay? But once you keep your focus on that, do not move your eyes. Do not move your body. No scratching, nothing, 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 nothing. Only one thing you have to do. When your breath goes in, okay, you count, okay? When it goes in and it comes out, you say 9 mentally. When it goes in and out, you say 8 mentally. Again, same thing you repeat till 1 and 0 mentally. So you should make sure that you are watching the breath. Don't take breath. Don't take that. Second thing, don't do what we say is you count and then you do the breath. Don't even do that. Like people do this, okay, 9, 8, no, 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 no. Let the breath come. So there will be some breath that will take time to go in, time to go out, whatever it is, however it is. Only when it is gone out, you're going to say 9. Okay, only when it is gone out again, you say 8. Okay, so you're only going to observe. You're not going to trigger the breath to follow your pattern. Okay, not the mental pattern. Very, very important. So observe and start the counting 9 to 0. Okay, we do it. And we're going to put a timer for
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So you have to keep on doing 9 to 0. If you finish again 9 to 0, till Bhumi does not ring the bell. Okay, let's start. Okay, sit straight. Mentally count 9 to 0.